What's up guys, I'm randomfrankp, and recently I put out my gaming setup and room tour video, and I had a lot of comments on my Herman Miller end body chair, saying that it was, overkill, very expensive, and that I should have picked up something like a GT Omega chair. And I also had a lot of people asking me on my opinions of these. So I figured, you know what, I'm gonna reach out to them, see if they could send me out a unit before I leave, because this is the last video you'll see in this room before I move tomorrow, actually. And they said, you know what, we're gonna hook you up, you can try it out, give your audience your thoughts and opinions on it, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Now, I'm not gonna be keeping this chair, I'm gonna be giving it to my brother, but they also told me that they're gonna hook me up with a few discount codes for you guys in case you do wanna pick one of these up. We could save you some money, and I will put the link for that as well as the discount code in the description down below. But it's gonna be a short kind of, first impressions and like a mini review on these GT Omega chairs. And if you're in the market for a new racing chair, hopefully this video will help you out. Now, first off, my brother, he's around 6'2", 6'3", so we went with one of their larger options, which is, I believe, this was around $350. Now, good news is not all their chairs are that pricey. You can get the regular ones for just around $250 to $300. They're all different prices on their website you can go to pick from in a bunch of different colors. We went with the black and red to match his setup. And overall, I think it looks really nice. It's stitched very well. It definitely is gonna give you that gaming racing chair look that a lot of people like. Now, in terms of comfortability, they do give you a few things to help you out. One of that is a little pillow headrest here, so when you're lounging back, watching TV or playing games, you can just have this there, which is really nice. It actually, there's a little strap on the back, which is elastic, so it'll hook right around the headrest and just give you some extra comfort there, as well as a little pillow for lumbar support, which is very great. I do have lower lumbar problems, so the fact they include this, very soft, is definitely gonna help out people who get kind of irritated and sore in their lower back. In terms of, cushioning on the overall chair, if I had to rate it on a scale of, 1 to 10, I would say it's about a 7. There still is some firmness when you sit down, maybe if you're sitting here for like 5 hours at a time, it might start to hurt your butt a bit, but I never had that problem just testing it out and using it for the few hours that I did. But I could see in the long run where it might give people some soreness on their rear end. But overall, there is still definitely some comfort and some cushion down here where it's not gonna be a noticeable problem, I don't think. In terms of the overall support of the chair in the back, there's a lot of versatility here, which will help you fit and help you find your most comfortable position. The back of the chair is very, very flexible in terms of its positioning. When you pull the little lever on the side, it'll immediately start to fold up, and you can actually retract this thing all the way back. Not a lot of room here to where you're laying. Whoa, I'm out of the frame probably. I don't know, but I'm laying all the way down right now. And that's great for people. Oh, we're stuck. We're stuck. There we go. That's gonna be good for people who want to, lounge back if they're watching TV or watching a movie. So it's great that allows you to do that. And it's very supportive in the sense where when you are all the way reclined, I didn't feel like I was gonna fall back or tip over. So the build quality with that is great, because then you'd be kind of sacrificing your health. If you fell back and you collapsed and the chair went on top of you, that wouldn't be good, so they nailed the support on that. On the left side, there's also a lever that lets you lock the back in place. So you see I'm leaning back now, and the back doesn't kind of give at all. And then when you let the lever be free, then it sort of kind of lets you, again, recline a bit. So lots of options there. Now, in terms of the armrest, you also have a lot of options here, because it does move up and down to fit kind of your, I guess, your elbows there. I know you want to pretty much be 90 degrees if you can try, and also be equal with your desk. So if you have longer arms, you can put them down quite a bit, and the armrests do tilt and kind of rotate, I'd say about 30 degrees in and outward if you want to angle them in or out. And lastly, before we move on, also on the right side is your lever where you can kind of, sit up to make the chair increase in height, which definitely goes up pretty high. Like I said, since this is a larger version for my brother who is very tall, I could sit up all the way with this all the way increase in height, and I still have about maybe maybe 6 inches where my feet even touch the ground. When you're on it, it will go all the way down, and now my feet are actually perfectly on the ground. Got a little 90 degrees there with my, my knees and stuff bent down. So you have a lot of range with this chair, which is awesome. One thing I did want to mention before I kind of wrap up my overall thoughts and opinions on this was the build process. And you will need 2 people. I tried doing it by myself. It's kind of like a surprise for him because I told him I was gonna get him a chair for his birthday. And I tried to build it by myself in the garage before he got home one evening. But it was kind of difficult, and I definitely will agree with them in the sense that you are gonna need a second person to help you build this. Not in the sense that there's a lot of parts, but you just need extra manpower, extra strength to kind of get this all together smoothly and effortlessly. One kind of con I did want to point out is during the build process, on the bottom where you kind of have these little guards here to where you're going to be screwing in the base of the chair and the backrest, the holes didn't line up perfectly. It was kind of a hassle to get that in, to kind of just like force these screws up while holding the back of the chair and the bottom chair perfectly in place to where it lines up. Kind of an issue, but overall it wasn't really a big problem in the grand scheme of things. And we did wind up getting it in place. It just took a little extra efforts. So wrapping this all up, you're taking a look at this overall. And their overall selection, tons of different patterns and colors to pick from, like I said, so you can match your setup's theme or aesthetics, which is awesome. But the big thing here that I really like is the price points. I did mention they kind of have a range from around $250 to $350. You can find 3 different versions of size chairs in that price range, which is great. Especially when you're comparing it to other competitors out there like DX Racer, whose chairs at minimum are $300 and go up to $500. That's insane for a racing chair, and that's pretty insane for something that's not like my Herman Miller M-Body chair. So around $350 this was. Again, you can get them for $250 even if you just want a normal chair, if you're not a big tall guy. And that I think is a great price point. You do have some good comfort. Like I said, I give it around 7 out of 10 in terms of overall comfortability of the chair. And you get a lot of flexibility with adjusting this to fit your best comfort needs and your overall just sitting posture. So much so that there's actually more flexibility in this chair than my $1,200 M-Body chair. With that, I can't rotate all the way back. I can't tilt the armrests in and outward. So I think the $350 price point for the larger chair is definitely a great option. He said he loves this more than any chair he's ever used, and it's extremely comfortable. I'll go in, I'll just stop by at night. He'll just be laying back all the way reclined watching TV in it. Definitely a great chair. Like I said, if you're in the market for one, definitely check the description down below because we do have a discount code for you. So if you want to buy one of these, we could save you money and get you even below the market rate of $250 starting off. So saving money is always good. We got your back. And I would recommend these. You're gonna be spending more money in the long run if you went with a different, like I said, DX Racer, where they are hundreds of dollars more. This is a great, great option. I am very impressed with it. And it looks really nice and stylish if you're into that whole gaming racing chair look. So if you liked this video and it helped you out, please give it a big thumbs up to show your support. Comment down below if you have any questions. And lastly, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, this is the last video in this room. I'm moving tomorrow, which actually by the time you see this, I will already be moved. So whatever, forget that. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Random Frank P. Have a good day.